Let's move on, Brad. Here's where I actually wanted to start because we had the battle for Brad over this past weekend. And like we've been saying, when Indiana basketball gives us things to talk about, we will talk about them. And so I will again hand the floor to you, Brad. Indiana, UCLA, 2 overtimes. Pauley, talk about it.
First off, Hoosiers all the way. Grew up, dad went to UCLA. Grew up on UCLA. Sports, football, basketball, went to games all the time. Baseball games too, like raised on that shit. That's how my passion for sports really blossomed was, yeah, obviously I had the Lakers and the Dodgers, and that helped for sure, but UCLA sports is really what got the ball rolling there. Wouldn't have really gotten into Dodgers or Lakers without UCLA, right? Following the baseball team and the basketball team and the football team. First off, I wish Pauley Pavilion was back to where it was back in like 08, 06 era, where it was loud. And ever since the renovation, I kind of feel like it's not in the same spot as where it, really used to be. I was actually at the debut of the renovated Pauley when they played Indiana State, and I don't know why I'm on the screen by myself, but they ended up. I
just close the door.
I feel like ever since I'd say Mick Cronin got hired, which is really unfortunate. I mean, they've had some spurts with those really good Tiger Campbell, Jaime Jaquez teams where the place was back and did feel like it was back, but the environment of UCLA just isn't where it used to be, and I wish it was, because Pauley is a great place. It's a place that holds 11 banners. Like Indiana likes to flex our 5 banners, which is something to be very proud of. UCLA doubles that and then some. So it's
I'm not going to endorse that on this. I mean,
a very proud.
Who knows?
All I'm saying is that's a very proud program, and the fan and the fan experience and the environment in Pauley should reflect that, and it doesn't. Anyways, let's talk about the game, because it's fun watching a game where all these guys very, very well. You followed most of these guys since they're in high school. Not as much for the Indiana folks as they all came in. I was introduced to them mostly this year. I knew about Reed Bailey and Tayton Connerway before they became Indiana Hoosiers. I knew who those guys were. Didn't really know about Lamar Wilkerson too much because Sam Houston State just didn't win a whole lot. But yeah, watching these guys, I knew going into it, they're very even. I think Indiana has the edge where shooting, just historically, not even a Mick Cronin team, but just like historically, like road teams at Pauley love to shoot the ball and make it from 3. They just love to do it. They just happen to have their best shooting nights when they play Pauley. And it started out slow. I was like, why aren't we making shots? Usually the road team at Pauley always makes their 3s right off the bat, and it becomes a pain. And I just picture my dad getting all pissed off about them. Oh my God, every team plays the best game of their lives when they go to Pauley, which is some truth to it, right? And then they started picking it up. Nick Dorn dropped his 26. Lamar had his quiet 20, and DeVries even got it going a little bit. And it was a great back and forth effort. My only real issue with that game was the end. And we had that game locked up by 10 with 90 seconds to go, somehow force overtime. And like, how are you not fouling up 3? You're gonna let Trent Perry, McDonald's All-American, straight out local kid, probably like only a true sophomore, probably the leader on that UCLA team right now, which is pretty crazy. That's a name to remember, Trent Perry. Stud, really coming into his own, probably playing some of the best stretch of basketball of his life right now. You're going to let that guy pull up straight away from 3 and not just foul. Why don't you just foul Donovan Dent? The guy shoots like 65 from the line. Just foul him. You're up 3. He's probably going to go one of 2. Like, I don't know what we were thinking there. I mean, let Trent Perry get a nothing to lose shot. When you get a nothing to lose shot, like, I love talking about how I'm a shooter. Like, if you give me a shot like that where I'm just able to just pull up, nothing to lose, not thinking, it's going to go in. Like that's a high percentage look, damn near, right? And of course he splicks it. Like, he's a McDonald's All-American, local kid, and yeah, they put themselves in a tough position where they had to go to overtime. Lots of foul trouble. We got lucky with some dumb Bilodeau fouls. I mean, that guy. If you don't double Bilodeau, you're in for a heap of trouble. And we were doing a great job of that all game, dealing with Bilodeau. And every time he touched the ball, send the double. That's how you have to guard him. He's probably one of the better scoring 4s in the country. Like, not just the Big Ten, like the country. The dude is a walking 2010. or 20. He doesn't rebound that well, but he's a walking 20 points, right? And so we did a great job guarding him, got him in some foul trouble, some questionable calls toward the end, maybe got some bailouts with that, tip ball out of bounds. That was definitely off Sisley. And then we got, the foul call at the end. Maybe I don't know if it was a foul. It was bad positioning by Donovan Dent. He probably shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. That's on Donnie Dent. Arguably not a foul, but bad positioning. You're going to get the call. And and we kind of got bailed out, but they earned that win because they should have locked it up way before that point when they were up 10 with 90 seconds to go. And it was very concerning that they weren't able to break the Mick Cronin press toward the end. That's the very Mick Cronin teams. Like, they're not done till the fat lady sings. Like, they're not ever. That's one thing about them. And to get that win over UCLA team, that's whenever you're playing Mick Cronin team post mid-January, they're peaking every time. That's when they're playing their best ball, getting into down the stretch where they're trying to make the tournament and get in and make some damage. Like that UCLA team, when they get Sky Clark back, is going to be a dangerous team in March. And yeah, we had to take care of business with Sky Clark being out. He's one of the best two-way players in the conference. And great win. We got the back end of the LA road trip tonight against USC. We talked about if they're able to get a sweep on that LA road trip, we're in business for the tournament. Full on, especially after the Purdue win. And so, huge win. 1-0 historically in Pauley Pavilion for Indiana, which is great to hear. It's actually amazing that they never played like any sort of home-and-home action or something like that. It's kind of crazy considering how, like, prestigious those schools are and how, like, great of a color matchup that would be. Like, the blue on red. Like, come on now. How did that not get scheduled up until they joined the same conference? And it was really cool to kind of see like those two teams on my second favorite court in college basketball. My favorite court is actually Assembly Hall. I think those two schools have the best courts aesthetically in the country. I don't even think it's close. That Indiana, that white watermarked tile with the Indiana State logo in the middle, and then UCLA obviously with the circle. UCLA that has been the same logo basically since the wooden days all the way up until now. They had a little stretch where they renovated the Pauley Pavilion. They put that big old fat UCLA script in the middle. It looked horrible, and they got rid of it so fast. But anyways, it was a great win. Definitely sets them up for success in the driver's seat for a Big Ten for NCAA tournament berth, as long as they take care of business, don't lose any games they shouldn't lose. Win your home games, maybe get the win at home against Michigan State, should be in, like, period. Get the win tonight, should be in a good spot to make the tournament. And like we said, this Indiana team makes the tournament with their ability to shoot the ball, their effort on defense. They're also going to be a tough out come March. They just will. Now, there's a big talent gap with the top 20 teams with this new NIL era, like these Dukes and these Arizonas and these Illinois and these Michigans. They are loaded. Like, they are loaded, and Indiana just point blank isn't there. But here's the hope. College hoops, at the end of the day, is just kids shooting hoops, And, you get them for 40 minutes, shit can go down, and you always got a shot. So, I'm just excited to keep rooting on this team and seeing how much damage we can pull and seeing what this first year of DeVries ball club can take care of business. But, man, what I think the biggest takeaway is, like, what a building block Nick Dorn's going to be for next year. I think him emerging is really going to attract not just DeVries being a great coach, but having a piece already there like Nick Dorn with a Sisley and a Josiah Miles, going to be strong bench pieces for next year's team. I think can attract a lot of talent to build a really good squad for next year. And I already called my shot. 2027, going to the Sweet 16, at least.
I love it. We got a bunch of smoke to get to, but Brad, you're right. Indiana goes for its fourth straight quad one win tonight and its third straight Peacock game. So hopefully no more late starts, no more Peacock games after this. But that's why we're going to try and be done. I say 10 o'clock hard stop, but we're going to run the entire transfer portal. So, and the class of 26. So I don't know. We'll see. But I love it. That's Brad on basketball. The battle for Brad, won by the Indiana Hoosiers.
I could talk for hours about those two teams. I could.
I know that's why I need to cut you off.